Hi, I'm Melissa Whitkey. Welcome back to Preaching with Nikki. I'm sorry that my counterpart is not here with us tonight, but I wanted to share the next lesson with you. I'm excited for this one. This is lesson 5, and this is a doozy. This is a whopper for me anyway. Lesson number 5, true greatness in any endeavor lies right behind what we fear the most. Fear has done more to stop people from achieving greatness in life than probably anything else that humans experience. I really believe I've watched so many people in life just cower to their fears. My mother was a very fearful person as later in her life. She did amazing things. I wish she had remembered the courage that she had earlier in her life because she was truly an amazing woman with amazing strength. But as she got older, her fears kind of took over. And I see that with a lot of people as they age. And I'm hoping that I can continue to walk with God so I don't have to give in to my fears. We all have fear, by the way. Every successful person has fears, and every unsuccessful person has fears. Anyone who's achieved greatness in their life has fears, even if they're up there now, right? Because we never stop feeling fear, right? Jesus said, "Fear not, for I am with you." He didn't say we wouldn't feel fear. He basically said, "Don't worry about it, because I'm here with you." But you're going to feel it. So we're all going to feel fear. But what do you do with it? Fear is an interesting one, right? Because if you're trying to achieve greatness in your life, and most people have dreams, right? I think every one of us, I believe every one of us has dreams. When you start to talk to people about their dreams, you ask them, so what's holding you back, right? And what do you hear the most? Have you ever asked people that question? I really believe that what most people say is, well, I'm afraid I'm going to fail. I'm afraid that if I try this, whatever this great thing, whatever this dream that I want to achieve, that I'm thinking about, I'm afraid that I'm going to fail. But are you buying it? I'm not sure I'm buying it. Maybe I did years ago, but not so much anymore. Because actually, and I tell my kids this all the time, and I tell myself this all the time when I'm trying to walk through my own fears, if I don't try, I've already failed. So then what am I afraid of, right? I think it's the biggest lie that we tell ourselves, that what we're afraid of is failing. The truth is, and this is kind of harsh, I believe the truth is we're more afraid of success than we are of failing. Right? Most of us are more experienced at failing than we are at succeeding in life. Who hasn't failed a class? Who hasn't tried something and kind of fallen on your face, right? That's a lesson that I've learned in Kung Fu, right? You're gonna be embarrassed at times. You're gonna fall. You're gonna do silly things. You're gonna try things and it's not gonna be easy. You're gonna try, jumping kicks and I still don't like my tornado kick, but I keep going. But we're all gonna fear things, right? But why would we fear success? So let's just talk about that a little bit, because people say they're afraid of failure, but I'm not sure I agree with that. So why would we fear success? Because what happens with success is we're now out in what feels like open water. We're in new territory. We're somewhere that we've never been before. And that scares the bejesus out of all of us. I have to say that when I started our sumo spin cart business and started, putting these pieces together to start selling these carts, I started panicking about all the what ifs. What if this? What if we can't get the orders out in time? What if we can't find the right fabricator? What if? What if something happens and and someone gets hurt or whatever? And that's why you have liability insurance. But there's just like all these what ifs that our mind kind of runs away when we decide to do something new. So what do a lot of people do? They kind of cling to what they know. They stay in one place. They don't want to swim out into open waters, right? Because they're afraid of the unknown, right? That's what I believe we're more afraid of. I don't really believe we're so afraid of failure because, again, I think we all have a lot of experience with failure, right? We've had failure in our lives, all of our lives, right? When you're a little kid learning to walk, you take a few steps and you fall and you try different things, right? And, failure is how we learn, right? We fall down, we make mistakes, we get back up, and we learn something. So I'm not sure that's what it is. Again, I think it's really afraid of change, afraid of new things, afraid of swimming out into the open waters, afraid of being in new territory where we're really unsure of ourselves. I think that's really what we're afraid of. So Kung Fu has kind of pushed me to overcome my fears, not just in Kung Fu, not just in my tornado kicks or whatever else I'm trying to achieve in Kung Fu, or learning the form. Can I learn the form? I used to panic. It would seem so hard to learn these forms. And it still is. And I still have to, practice a lot and work hard and just do it over and over and over again. But I think what we're more afraid of is being great, because it's something we're not yet familiar with. Each new level is new, right? It's a new thing, right? People get really afraid of change. Why do they get afraid of change? Get afraid of change because it's different. It's something that they don't know. It's not your comfort zone. It shakes your comfort zone, right? It's one of the reasons why I believe we're supposed to be continually doing new things, is so that we don't get stuck in our comfort zone. So that we're fierce and courageous, and we're supposed to just run at life, and we're just supposed to fly with abandonment, right? These are the kinds of things we have to do if we want to achieve greatness in life. And if we want to live the life that God has destined for us. Fear is going to be there. Anytime you try to go to a new level, fear is going to be there. It's a constant, so expect it. But don't give into it. Don't let it define you. In the last chapter, we talked about not being defined by our age or anything else the world says. Well, I'm telling you, don't be defined by fear. Don't be defined by what you haven't done yet. Don't be defined by what you may not know right now that you're capable of. One of my messages, my constant messages to my kids and to anyone who wants to listen to me, is that your capabilities are between you and God. He has a plan for you, and He will not let you fail. If you will continue to trust Him and walk forward and believe in yourself and trust the gifts that He has inside of you, you won't fail. And you will take new levels that you can't even imagine. And isn't that what it's about? Isn't that what it's about, is pushing yourself to do new things, pushing yourself to do things that people said you're not capable of? I don't know about you. When someone tells me I can't, or I won't, or I shouldn't, something rises up inside of me, and I kind of get angry, and I get kind of belligerent. I'm like, you're not going to tell me what I can't do. If I believe it's right, well, first, let me say that only if I believe that it's something God wants me to do, I'm going to do it. I'm going to push, I'm going to try, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to do whatever it takes, and I'm going to get there. And I'm going to show you that I can do it. But again, I don't do it just to prove other people wrong, but I do it if it's inside of me. If it's something that God is bringing me towards, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I believe that God puts dreams in our hearts for a reason. They're a glimpse into what He wants for us to have. But it's up to us. What I've learned is that it's not easy. Life isn't easy. And to have great things, you've got to push for them. You've got to work hard. You've got to ask people for help. You've got to surround yourself with wonderful, supportive, encouraging people. I found that at Kung Fu. I've got this amazing Kung Fu family. I would not have achieved this level of success without them, and I know it. And it's a blessing in my life. And that's what we need to do. If we want to achieve greatness in our life, we have to leave fear behind. We've got to slay it, move forward. But also know it's going to be there. Every new level, there's going to be something new to be afraid of. So you always have a choice. It's like what we talked about, is when you get thrown down into the mat of life. In Kung Fu, you get thrown down to the mat. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to bounce back up faster and stronger and more courageous and just go after things in life? Or are you going to lay there and lick your wounds and feel sorry for yourself? In order to take new ground in life, you've got to go for it. You've got to not be afraid. You've got to not give in to your fears. Ask God for help. Ask your friends to support you. Listen to videos like this. Look at people who've gone before you. One of the things I'm most encouraged by is looking at people who have great levels of success in any field, right? There's so many successful people in the world who've taken amazing ground, who've used their skills and are serving people with love. I think there's nothing more amazing than that. And I know that they've had to overcome their fears, right? Every person feels fear. I don't care what they say, what they tell you, if they're being honest, they've had to overcome a lot of fear to achieve something great in their lives. So that's the lesson for today. It's a lesson, again, Be bold. Be courageous. Go after your dreams. Do not let fear stop you. Again, what is fear, right? False evidence appearing real. Sometimes there are things we're supposed to be afraid of. Sometimes our fears are grounded in reality. Sometimes there's a real basis for our fears. I'm here to tell you though, do it anyway. God bless you. Thank you for joining me. And I look forward to the next lesson and the time we have together. Have a great day, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. God bless.